Boogada, 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 boogada. Let me open up my fudging YouTube on my phone, see if that's working. It is. Let's see if okay. I hate hearing myself talk unless it's in a video, so we are gonna ignore that. Copy link and then just start posting this everywhere, I guess. See see how many people we can get in here. Go to the plug promote chat. I think that works. Oh yeah, there it is. That's not a self promo chat. Self promo chat? No, it is not. I'm in on like dozens of servers, and only some of them have the funny things in them. Chat box. Chat box is there. I mean, nobody's here messaging, so we wait. Post that. Go into this one. Post that link there. Go into the server. This server. This server. God, I'm in so many servers. Post, post, post. See like the 5 people we can get in this stream. Post. 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 Koniki versus Wesker. Oh boy. Well, that's about all the servers I can promo in. So, hopefully within the next, like, 2 minutes, somebody actually comes in the stream. I mean, at best, go for like an hour. When there ain't nobody here, a little unfortunate. Did make a community post with, one person commented on it with questions, but probably wait for that and see if anybody does anything on there. Or well, see if anybody comes in so I can. Nirvana, what's good? I'm doing good. Just started a live stream because I'm bored out of my mind. So and hoping to release a video within the next few days. So I'm just having it edited right now by someone else, so I'm just kind of waiting for it to be done. I also got like 2 videos partially being worked on. So doing okay. How you doing? It is indeed awesome. Yeah, the next video is not gonna be power scaling though. It's gonna be what do you call it? The top 10 or my top 10 favorite anime characters. I had to try really hard to not make half the list Fate. Support smaller creators within the community. Yeah. I mean, my my subscriber count is not indicative of my popularity. Sure, I have 13,000 subscribers, but there's very few videos, especially like the scaling ones, that I've gotten like over 5,000. Most of the time, it's only consistently like 500 to 600 views, but I also don't post often, so I'm like never in the algorithm. But yeah. There's a one person who DM'd me recently here. What was their name? Oh yeah. Wait, hold on. What is this? Oh yeah. He sent me a thing to his YouTube channel. YouTube channel's name was Darky, Darky. He's done like power scaling stuff and whatever, and he just kind of DM'd me out of the blue, like asking to collab. So I think he has like what was it, 280 subs and 2 videos. So he's only posted twice, but me and him are gonna do a collab once I get like 2 more videos out first. But it's gonna be like a versus collab. I mean, probably a little bit, yeah, but that's just his YouTube name. But yeah, he wants to do a collab, so we already have the like the characters picked out. I already have the thumbnail made and everything. So it more or less just comes down to like actually writing a partial script for my side of the video and then just being like, all right, you do yours now, type thing. So so me and him are probably gonna do a collab at some point. I'm just looking at his channel. He's made like some community posts and shit. I'll put that down there. I'll go on some of his polls there. Just click a bunch of stuff. Yeah, he only has 2 videos. One is like Goku versus Saitama, and then a How Strong is Gojo video. So do I? I don't think I have the thumbnail for the, or I've posted the thumbnail of the video that we're gonna be making, like previously. So it's not really hiding anything. There's no reason to build up hype for it. So I can like flash it on the screen in a second. I just have to send it to myself because it's on my phone. Let's see here. I make all my thumbnails on my phone, so I go to the one folder where I make it all. Let's see here. Go here. I do really like this thumbnail though. Post it up on screen here. No, not folder. Sources, image, add source, new source, browse, open. Oh geez. It did that shit did not fix the screen. Fit to screen, make smaller. It also looks very buggy just because I have like a noise filter on it, so it's like all dotty, especially if I move it around. But yeah, it's just gonna be Alucard versus Gojo. I'm off doing the Alucard side of it, and then this other guy's gonna be doing the Gojo side of it. We got that going. Or well, it's not going yet, but eventually it will. But yeah, that's what's in the bank being worked on somewhat because I'm gonna be like rereading Hellsing because I own all the manga, so I'm just gonna read it and then go from there. Webcams as in webcam parrot. Webcam parrot. The only person I know, webcam parrot. I've made thumbnails like that before. Like I have it saved on here. Or well, because I just like to make thumbnails in my spare time. Like a lot. I'm always making thumbnails for videos I'll probably never make. I mean, this one I'll post up on screen in a second. I'm going to be doing, or well, I might be doing. Add source, new source. Like, I make a lot of thumbnails like this all the time, where it's just like blurry background, big bold text, and then character. But I was gonna be like making an Emiya video. I might change like the Alucard and Gojo thumbnail because I just kind of threw that together within like 2 minutes, but we'll see. I don't think I've actually ever watched any of Webcam Parrot's videos. He hasn't posted in 6 months. Done some Skyrim stuff. Looks like it's mostly DC stuff. That's all good. I get you. Yes, like, yeah. I do like making these thumbnails all the time. There are certain thumbnails I don't like personally. Like, I don't like, or well, I mean, I'm guilty of using them a lot, but I'm gonna stop using them where it's like the black bar in the middle for like versus stuff. I don't have any saved on my PC right now. I recently just upgraded a bunch of PC parts, so including the storage, so I don't have like any of my original photos that I used to just keep stored on my PC that weren't like a part of like scaling files and whatnot. Uh, I'll just do this one as an example. Get this up on screen. Save images. This is a video I might make at some point. I'm not quite sure yet, but oh jeez. Come on. Ah. Still kind of messed up. I should have just gone fit to screen and then made it smaller. Like I have been making I do make a lot of these kinds of thumbnails just as like concept stuff. So this was a video I was thinking about making at some point, but not sure if I will. So I've kind of gotten like bored of using the just like the classic black bar, white bar versus thing. And while I have used a thumbnail that says like the honest truth in it, I don't usually like thumbnails like that or anything that says ending the debate on it. That's just me personally. There was one thumbnail I made a while ago that I really like for a video I have no idea if it's going to come out or not. Because I'd be collabing with it. Let me get it up on screen because this thumbnail, like, I actually really like it. Hold on. Browse. Change it to this. Open. Yes, I'm sure I want to delete that image. But yeah, I do really like this thumbnail, and this was... It's just like it blends. Like you can kind of see like the split down the middle, but it's not noticeable when you're not looking for it. So I just really like the way this one turned out, but whether I actually make this video or not is something else. Yeah, it's a very cool looking thumbnail. I probably should have put like a blur down the middle just so like it kind of like obscured those lines. But looking at it on my phone, I don't notice it. Looking at on my current PC where it's like a 2K monitor and like like blown up like a lot bigger, I can see it. But obviously you can't see my cursor like I'm pointing at the screen type thing. But yeah, I do have like there is like a very clear line you can see like down the middle. But when it's like smaller, you don't notice it really. But I just really like the way this thumbnail looks. Whether I actually do something with that is something else. Oh, the viewer count wasn't showing. Oh, kind of weird. Let me unlock that and like put that more in the corner. And show the world the two viewers that are in here. There's one more. I don't it's not me this time. Usually it's me just like sitting to make sure the stream's looking good, but ain't this time. What other thumbnails do I have just sitting around on my phone that'd be fun to show? Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, damn. I was unironically gonna make a queso power scaling video, so I have like a thumbnail for that, where it's just like a black screen and a picture of queso. It'd be funny. There's a couple lookism videos I had in the background, just thinking that I might make. I was looking at making more Overlord content, like maybe doing like a How Strong Is Touch Me video. Who's like a character in Overlord. I was looking at that for a while. Which I may just do that because I have the research for it. Like I have all like the light novel scans, I have all the author's notes and like interviews stuff where it's like, oh yeah, Touch Me is just a bewildering cheat and he's like so powerful that like nobody in the guild except the strongest NPC has a chance of beating him type thing. And he's a cool character. Made a thumbnail for him at some point. See if I can get that up. It's not my best thumbnail and I may like remake it. But ooh, that went really tiny. Yeah, I unironically just have because like there's like meme video. It's kind of like the Tobey Maguire, Bully Maguire meme scaling, where it's like Bully Maguire scales quite literally anywhere, depending on who you have him fighting. So like and whatnot. So if you just like have a meme video of Queso just like falling out of his chair and then creating the Big Bang, it's like, all right, he's like fucking galaxy or universal level. Yeah, I do like this thumbnail. It turned out pretty well. So I do want to make a Touch Me video. It would be very short though, because like I would basically just go over the power scaling of Overlord super briefly again, and then just be like, yeah, he's strong. Like it wouldn't be too crazy. Like what do I have? Uh yeah, so his armor like surpasses divine class items, which is on par with guild items. So like Touch Me is just like a walking guild item. There's like I have like multiple translations of his bio that says he's like one of the strongest in the game. And his skills are like way beyond of a level 100 player. He's in a complete league of his own and he can like solo all the guardians. He's like always min-maxing, so he's always like improving his build. He's oh, he scales massively above Ainz. Like it's stated that Ainz has never beaten him in a fight ever. Like he's never beaten him. So because there's also like kind of a rule set where strategizing against an opponent with a specialized skill set can like take them down. So like how Momonga is at like a massive disadvantage, or Ainz is a massive disadvantage against Shaltir, but he's like able to prepare his way through. But it's stated that Touch Me is the exception to the rule of being able to prepare for an opponent. Like he's just so strong that you just can't get past him. But like yeah, he has a skill called like World Break, which is stronger than the strongest attack spell in the game. Uh he has like titles, you know, he's a world champion, so like the title of world is granted to like the strongest things in the game. Uh there's like an art book that once again says he's like one of the strongest in the game. And depending like on the source, that you look at, it says he's either within the top 10 or the top like 5 in the world or something like that. Like not in just the server that he plays in, but in the entire world. Like he's actually cracked. Like yeah, Ainz has never beaten him in a fight. He's known as like it's like his skills are compared to like a bewildering cheat. Like he's just so damn powerful. Like within the actual verse. And there's only like one person in Nazarick that could actually beat him in a straight up fight, but nobody. But it's in a situation. It's like one of Albeto's sisters, and she stated to be basically what Shaltir is to Ainz is what Touch Me is to the strongest entity in Nazarick. So Touch Me would need literally everything in his arsenal and like have to prepare to beat the strongest entity within the guild. But he's able to like solo all the guardians. Maybe not at once, but he's able to beat all of them like with relative ease. He's actually fucking cracked. He's pretty great. I also just like for the little bits we see of his character, I really like his character too. So uh it depends again where you scale the series cuz like it depends how you interpret the statement of the world eater being able to eat a countless amount of worlds. Cuz like what's the exact statement? Uh damn. Where is it? Miscellaneous? I'm just trying to see where I put the scan so I can see the exact statement. Volume 2. Divination decounters. In volume. I know it was in volume 2, but I can't find where I put it. But it's basically like on the leaves of the Yggdrasil are all considered world items. And when this dragon was going throughout like the Yggdrasil, he was basically eating the leaves on the Yggdrasil, which in the novels are stated to be worlds. And then it eats like you can't count the amount of worlds that he ate. And then the remaining 9 realms are the remaining leaves of the Yggdrasil. And the World Eater is like the final boss of the game. So like you can wank that to Universal, but it's just too unquantifiable, at least as far as I know. Because it just basically comes down to trying to prove that world means universe, but there's like a lot of downplay for the verse just anyway in general. So I think they're like planetary very easily. At least personally, I think they are. World item. Oh, here it is. The World Tree Yggdrasil has countless leaves, but then a gigantic monster appeared which devoured these leaves, causing them to fall one after the other until only 9 were left. These 9 leaves were the previous incarnations of the 9 worlds: Asgard, Alfheim, Vanaheim, Nidavellir, Midgard, Jotunheim, Niflheim, Helheim, and Muspelheim. However, that leaf-eating monster continued its advance on those 9 remaining leaves. This was the backstory upon which the players adventured into unknown worlds in order to protect their own world. So, like, you can argue they're like each world is universal. You think I should do a reaction? A reaction to what? What do these world items represent? They were equivalent to those other leaves. In other worlds, a single world-class item represented a world. That's the basic design of world-class items. I could probably, but I think YouTube doesn't really like you reacting to content. I'm also not very good at the like technical aspects of power scaling. like, maybe I can talk about certain things, but I haven't debated in a really long time, so like I already didn't know a lot of the terms. Like someone would pull out a fallacy I've never heard of, and I'm just like, what does that mean? Just because I'm just really bad at that kind of stuff. But I just haven't debated in a very long time. I got very annoyed with it, so I stopped doing. I've still like argued with people over like certain scaling and whatnot, but I haven't like actually just debated somebody in a while. Considering my last debate went so poorly that I just never want to debate again, type thing. And my win loss ratio is not horrible, but it's not the best. Ooh, excuse me. I'm just scrolling through server chats. About it. Oh, trying to click on your name to do something that was not working. Oh yeah, that's what that said. The thing my last, well, because my last debate went very, very poorly, like very poorly. And then, like the two debates I had before that, I won in a tournament, which I dropped out of. And then the last debate I had was like BB from Fate versus some like random anime guy I've never heard of. And I didn't like properly look at the rules of this like little tournament that I entered. And it was like it said no superpower wiki, no this, no that, like a bunch of stuff. And then I was just like, okay. And I brought that up mid debate. I was just like, oh hey, like we're not supposed to be using superpower wiki type thing. And they just said, oh, okay, well, oh, but since we didn't know, we're gonna still count everything that was used with superpower wiki. And I'm like, okay. And this guy was using an argument that this one character, it wasn't Dante or Virgil or anything, but it said like, oh, this character is the alpha and omega, so therefore they're a duality, which means they're like outerversal or something. And I'm like, okay. And I couldn't really like debunk it because he was using a superpower wiki definition, which we didn't know was like banned at the time. And so we continue throughout this debate, and the point I was trying to make with my character is that, or I was trying to basically argue a standstill in the debate because I knew I wasn't gonna win the debate, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to like make it a draw. And I was like, all right, BB can't be harmed. You say your character can't be harmed because like anything that's like conceptually a threat just like doesn't hit the character type thing. So I was like, all right, my character can conceptually nullify attacks into non-existence. So it's like anything your character does doesn't work, and anything my character does wouldn't work. So, and then he's like, "Oh, provide the versus wiki definition of that." And I'm like, "Why?" And he says, "Because you're making a claim that this ability does this, but you need the corresponding versus wiki definition to make it valid." And I was just like, well, why would I have to do that? I'm literally sending you the character explaining exactly how the ability works with like 3 data book entries that say this is exactly what it does. And then he's like, okay, and then he wouldn't accept it because I wasn't putting a versus wiki definition. So like I just found some like arbitrary versus wiki conceptual hacks thing. And then he says, "Oh, uh, mine is like a higher version because mine's absolute, which means it's above all concepts." And I'm just like, "What the fuck does that even mean?" And then he says like, "Oh, since I already sent this absolute definition from Superpower Wiki, it means that my character's ability is absolute over yours." And I'm just like, and then the judge was like, oh yeah, that's right, this guy wins. And then I lost the debate and I was like, okay, I'm never doing this again. Like, that was actually horrible. Because if he did not have his superpower wiki definitions, and I didn't have to like forcefully provide a versus wiki like link, then I would have won the debate. Because it's like I had concrete proof that my character could conceptually nullify attacks into non-existence. And then he's just like, yeah, we're just not going to accept any of that because you don't have a versus wiki link in correspondence. And I'm like, okay, yeah, bye. I just never did it again. And that's stupidest shit I've ever heard. Alpha plus omega equals outgar. The community needs to stop believing. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. I mean, it's kind of like me using the Gilgamesh argument that Ea is above binary opposition and stuff like that. Like it's like a high fucking wank. But even then, there's some other stuff behind that because it just states binary opposition. But yeah, so when it comes to debating with somebody who like goons or uses philosophy or uh like the more philosophical arguments, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'm not doing this. Like, fuck off. Like I have a GIF that's like perfect for this scenario. I just gotta find it. I think I scrolled past it. Oh, I sent that in the wrong chat. Oopsie. Okay, it saves it as a GIF. Awesome. Browse. I made this GIF specifically for any time somebody brings that shit up. I'm just, yeah, I study theology. And then just post it. This is just my exact reaction when somebody starts like bringing a philosophical argument into a debate. Oh, what the heck was that? I just heard a bading and I'm not sure what it was. I didn't see anything come up. What was that? Oh, my alert box was really low. I didn't see what that was. Oh shit. I'm hoping that wasn't a fucking what do you call it? A donation or something. I just didn't see it. Yeah, I did not see anything. I just heard a notification like that something just popped up and then just didn't see it. Whoopsie. Probably just somebody subscribing. I did make a couple other funny gifs as well. Hold on. I made a Gojo one. It's again like another term I just don't understand type thing. No, I do not want to replace it. Humility. Pretty sure I spelt that wrong, but whatever. So browse. I also really like this GIF that I made when the epistemic humility hits. Yeah, the word gooning is just very funny. I still don't even know what it means properly. I'm not very well versed in the in like the terminology for a lot of debate terms and whatnot. I just got no clue. Let's put you next to Johnny Cage. Or on top of Johnny Cage. A viewer count above that. Yeah, it's a fun little GIF. I think I prefer the theology one though. I don't think. I know I put one. I had a couple more, but I don't think I have them anymore. They might be in my server somewhere. Scroll back up. Is it bot stuff that I put it under? Oh, yeah, there's epistemic humility hits. You begging, keep trying to prove yourself, obey me. Your natural instinct is to obey another man. That was a funny one. Uh, Johnny Cage going, "Your friends are not smart." I did a couple of those. People should stop partaking in debate tournaments that encourage. Oh yeah. Well, funnily enough, my first ever debate, which is recorded and posted on my channel, is was a part of a tournament when I did like Ainz versus Amazo. Like that was unironically a part of a tournament, and that's how I met like all of the friends that I have that do power scaling was all through that like tournament and server. It was actually Jay the Great's like old server. Uh I was in that server, so I had a lot of I met all the power scaling people I know through that server, or most of them. The tournament I was in where I was actually winning the tournament, I dropped out because I got really bored of it. It was a it was a tournament that was FTL and planetary cap. So my first debate, I basically won just by saying that my character, or that the character that mine was up against, was too strong. So like I think the guy chose Frieza as his character. And then he's like, "Oh, here's a picture or a video of Frieza blowing up a planet, so he's planet level." And I said, "You do realize that's like a dwarf star feat, right? That's like too powerful for the tournament." And then he's just like, "Oh, okay." And then I was just like, "All right, but I'm willing to accept it as planetary, so we'll just move on." And then he's like, "Okay, Frieza is FTL." And then he's like, "What?" And then I'm like, "Why?" So he sends like a video of Goku like from original Dragon Ball where he like runs away from like Tien's solar flare. But then I just kind of debunked the video where I was like, okay, like we clearly see the light move towards him. He gets hit by it, then he moves, grabs the glasses, and then comes back while it's still on. So it's like that's just unquantifiable. And then he just kind of accepted that and then just quit. And then the second debate was Ainz versus DMS Kakashi. And then I basically just proved that Ainz basically out haxes. Like I said, my premise was Ainz out haxes, and then I just said Ainz stops time, and then it negs the Kamui Shuriken from touching him. Therefore, he just like stops time, and then just that technically counted as fulfilling my premise, and then I just won it that way. But yeah, I that's why I also just don't debate anymore because I just hate like rat scaling, so I just don't do it. Like how I said with that one debate and its rules, where I just kind of got messed up there. Oh, it probably says there's 2 viewers because I have the stream open on my phone. We need to reflect that number to make sure it's true. Ah, there's my email with my skip the dishes refund. Yay. Oh, jeez. Very burpy recently. Also, feel free to ask any questions because I don't got an insane amount to talk about. Somebody did ask questions on a post that I can like answer as well, but feel free to ask anything. And then I can go over these questions that somebody asked. Oh, my back. Oh, it's like cracked one of my upper vertebrae. Felt good though. Guess I can go over these guys' questions. But he asked me a few. He's like, if space is made out of dark matter, then what is dark matter? I got no fucking clue. I got no clue what that shit is. They ask Goku or Saitama. Goku. My income, not enough. Who am I? I'm an anime YouTuber from Canada, or anime enjoyer from Canada. Not nothing too wild. I'm a very basic guy. And the value of pi 3.14. That's all I know. Oh, hi doggy. My doggy is here. Oh, what doggy? Ayo Sam. This doggy. Unless he means same, as that we're both from Canada. But Sam Doer? The guy who asked the question was like sarcas edit? Sarcas edit? He has a 1 month old video that has 12 views. He's got a lot of shorts though, so I guess he just makes a lot of edits. Oh. Yeah. I'm not a Saitama hater or anything, but he's just too giga for my liking. I think Goku slaps him very hard, very easy. Only like 1:55 and I'm already like ready to fall asleep. 1:55 p.m., not a.m. And that's the only response I got on my ask a question thing, so that's all I had. I mean, lore and power scaling are like interchangeable. Like for me, like I scale Fate, where a lot of Fate power scaling is entirely based on the lore. Like you have to read into it to actually understand what's happening. Like trying to think of like an example. Like the blue. I the blue. Yeah, it's definitely lore and power scaling are definitely very interchangeable. Like you have to have one to have the other type thing. So when you have a character that's like, oh, they're universal, why are they universal? It's like, oh, or because it's in their lore that they did this, or it's in the lore that this weapon can do this and they scale above their own weapon type thing. So it's like kind of have to use lore and power scaling interchangeably. Unless there's a character who has no lore and just purely feats. So kind of have to use both. One Piece scaling, a little gigawanked. Like there was a video at one point I was gonna make. I've talked about it plenty of times, but I was gonna make like a Tobirama versus One Piece video where it was just like how far does Tobirama get within the verse, and just like, oh yeah, he can just like drown most of the verse. But I definitely think it's gigawanked. I see them as like, I don't quite see them as planet level, but like I'd be willing to like say yeah, okay, sure, they might be like planet level FTL type thing, but anything over, I just think it's kind of crazy. Like a lot of stuff is just kind of blown out of proportion. Where was it? This is a old ass thumbnail. Put it up here. Yeah, so like in terms of top tiers, like Whitebeard, where it's like, oh, he could destroy the world, with like the like tectonic plate shifting or whatever it was that he can do. But even then, that's kind of for me. But yeah, this was a thumbnail I made at one point. Well, of course Vader solos. Vader's like 5D. Also blue. When the heck are we making this video? When's this one happening? We still gotta do it at some point. Very real. Down to one viewer, so I think it's just you now. Oh no, he's back. They something about One Piece fans get so mad they should stop power scaling. Are they worse than Goku fanboys? In some ways, yeah. Some Goku scalers are definitely like type thing. Like there's definitely certain fan bases I think are worse off than others. But One Piece is usually pretty giga wanked. One Piece and Naruto. I was like, I'm not fully low key could make it unequal stats. Maybe. Because like unless we do like that comp Vader versus comp Artoria, then we're gonna kinda be in a very weird scenario. Because like I think me and you both agree that like Legends Vader is like 5D and whatnot, and that Artoria is like scales way above that. I don't know. We'd have to talk about that again at some point. I don't think I have the comp Anakin or like comp Vader thumbnail anymore. Because I know I had a comp thumbnail for them. Where was it? If I still have it. Might not have it anymore. Yeah, I don't have it anymore. An outer statement for hyperspace. Rutro. Rutro Reggie. I'm gonna turn that viewer count thing off. Not very accurate. I don't think I haven't really watched any Star Wars scaling videos recently. Do you mean like his pin videos or his just like YouTube videos? Seth. Uh, his old YouTube vids. Let me go to oldest. Some of his 7-year-old. I mean, well, I already knew about some of his 7-year-old vids. I mean, there's still a lot that aren't there. Like I remember watching his Why Ultra Instinct Goku is stronger than you think video like 6 years ago. Jeez, passing time itself. I still remember watching a lot of these videos. These videos I don't remember being unlisted. From 2017. Uh, well, that would be from 7 years ago. Well, like the how strong is Dragon Ball compared to Naruto, the Goku versus Superman 1 and 2 debunk. Those have kind of always been there. Oh yeah, the switch up's wild. I've always liked Seth. I never like disliked him for anything really. I mean, I was kind of like, wow, he did do some shitty shit, but he turned himself around. So I still watched his, like, the couple videos he posted even after that happened. So I never had a huge issue with him. I just thought, like, okay, yeah, he's a fucking dickhead type thing, but he's a dickhead for doing that. But I mean, him and Clyde worked it out, so all the other stuff was definitely blown out of proportion. At least to me, it was. My favorite video is still How Strong is Saber, because that thumbnail is peak. And plus, it showed me a lot of scaling I didn't know about beforehand, which is always cool. I'd like him to make more Death Note content, as Death Note's one of my favorite series. Considering I own all the manga and I've read all the manga like 3 different times. Which the only manga I've reread in its entirety is like Tokyo Ghoul and Akame ga Kill. People who were against him a year ago, he's very... Yeah, it's kind of weird. I never believed like the pedo stuff. Like all the stuff for that was just stupid. It's just like, oh yeah, he's a pedophile. It's like, okay, what's the proof? It's like, oh, he said this to a person. It's like, okay, when he was 18, they were 16 type thing. That quite literally everybody on planet Earth makes those kind of jokes at some point. It's just he arbitrarily got caught publicly when he didn't at the same time because there was just no proof of it. It was just kind of whack. Yeah. I'm surprised. Like, I think he was close to 1 million subs, and he dropped down to like 800,000. So like, he did lose some subscribers from that, but it's not like he was hit that hard by it. And now he's just like doing pretty good. He did unlist a few of his recent, or no, he did like yeah, he said a few of his recent videos to unlisted because they just weren't doing very well. But he still has like the Goku versus Gojo, time skip Goku, and How Strong is Piccolo. Bit of a whack thing that went on. And goes my channel. 285. 13,000. I just really hope I never get in any of that kind of controversy. Oof. I'd still love to like collab with Seth though. Yeah, all like the victim shit was just like, at that point it's just people hopping on the bandwagon. Where it's just like, oh, I can say anything I want and it would be believable because I'll just sprinkle a nugget of truth in there type thing. I never followed the extra drama stuff per se. I watched like the original Clyde video. I watched Seth's like original response video. And then that was basically about it. I just never really watched anything else. Also, like, I know on the Pin channel he has a video of him like debating Afro, and I was gonna watch it at some point. I don't even know what the topic was. Yeah, just set the no, that was Arrow Flame, not Afro. Never mind. Is Afro Senju still even making content? Because I don't think I've watched any of Afro Senju's videos.
Even though it was a few years.
Wow. That was loud. Tekken 8 stuff. Uh, nice stuff. OG and Tekken 8. More Tekken 8. More Tekken 8. There's a lot of Tekken 8 videos. So he just does like gaming content. Didn't he do power scaling at one point? Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, it's all just like gaming content. I thought he did like power scaling at one point. Eh, I'd never watched his content, so I never really cared. Oh, Crisis is streaming. Neat. Let's save to watch later. The video I want to watch later. Oh, it looks like a funk song. We'll save to watch later to listen to that. Because I like some funk music. I think it's cool. I think it's neat. At least a few of them. We will add that to the watch later as well. Wild. New Rainbow Six operator demos. Oh man. Close all that stuff down. Any of y'all playing any new games like Helldivers? I have been. I think Helldivers is very cool. I like it. It's very cool. Ain't that right, doggy? You like Helldivers too? Do you like Helldivers too, puppy? Even though I get very mad when I play the game sometimes. Yes. Very good doggo. Got a little Jack Russell. I think of Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I love Baldur's Gate. I still haven't finished it. Like, let me check my Steam really quick, how many hours I have in it. I have 60.6 hours in Baldur's Gate, and I still haven't beaten the game. like, I started a playthrough where I was playing a paladin, and I'm maybe... I'm in Act 3, so I'm, like, closer to the end of the game as, like, my paladin, but I just kind of stopped playing. And then I was playing, what do you call it? I mean, second playthrough where I was playing like a rogue, monk, and bard build, so I was like multi-classing into 3 different classes, and it's just kind of very goofy. Like it's very not good for fighting. Did your character do the nasty? In terms of like banging a character, only Shadowheart so far. On like my main character. We are a Shadowheart enjoyer. I'm not I'm not having sex with a bear. That just ain't happening. Or the Mind Flayer. Maybe if the Mind Flayer kept like the human form I gave it, for sure. But the actual Mind Flayer itself, nah, that shit's weird. I don't have a. I'm not inclined to tentacles. Oh god. Not my kind of jig. Oh, I forgot I made that video of my doggy. Yeah, like first character was Shadowheart. Second character, I'm like kind of going for Karlach, but not at the same time. I may try to go back and play my old or like my paladin character just because I want to beat the game as him because I'm so close. Because my paladin's I like my paladin because, well, I mean, he's with Shadowheart. But I do want to do other stuff. What is your opinion of Vaush? I don't know a lot of names. Vaush, the American YouTuber? Who the hell is this? Yeah, I have no idea who this guy is. Never heard of him before. Yeah, I've quite literally never heard of him before. No idea who he is. I have like my circle of YouTubers I watch, and that's basically it. Also, I don't watch like any debate content. I like hop into servers to listen to the debates and shit like that, but I don't actively look at the content for it. He's a ped. Oh no. That's not good. Let me go back to his channel. The context video? Which has surprisingly heated 3v1 debate. Most bad faith debate I've ever had. I've quite literally never heard of this guy in my life. Gay socialism is the future. YouTube culture war nonsense is the... What? I don't know. Not anything I'm looking for in a YouTuber. Especially pedos. We do not associate with them. 3 deal. OMG, the deep. I need an autograph. Still really like this Dio and deep photo I made. Fucking funny. I mean, I even made a Bully Maguire versus Deep video. That one was disgustingly horrible. Made it within like 20 minutes. We did a little bit of motion tracking in that one. Nothing crazy though. I'm gonna say that to the watch later. I'm just adding a bunch of stuff from the watch later and just to my watch later and just not fucking watching it. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Goku versus Vegeta, Battle of the Strongest. What is that? Keep seeing stuff on that. Or it looks like End of Z Goku fighting Vegeta. One thing I would like to see, I'm telling you, these meme videos are top. I guess this little heart symbol is in my way. Our top tier food for the algorithm gods. Okay, so Outerversal Agenda. I don't have like any scans or videos cataloged, but I think on my Instagram I have like or it was either my Instagram or TikTok. I saved a couple videos of like the meme stuff about Queso falling over and like causing an earthquake, or like whenever he jumps, Australia goes like underwater on the other side of the planet. I think there was one where it's like him and Gorlock that are like the size of planets. And just like the thought of Queso just like weighs your mind down. So it's like even just like having him in your thoughts or putting him on a screen, like you just can't lift up your phone or like and shit like that. Where it's like even just thinking about him is crazy. I would have to find a meme that actually does that. Because if I were to make it like unironically power scaling, I would have to like use the memes like Bully Maguire, where it's like, oh yeah, Bully Maguire beat Zeno, so he's like 5D early, whatever. Be funny. Harry Crews about his bald head. I do not care. I fucking love looking at Queso, like memes and stuff on TikTok. They're so funny. Especially when he like ends up reacting to them. Fucking awesome. Ugh. My dog is starting to get a little restless. He's just kind of staring at me in the corner of the room. Probably gonna end the stream, but thanks for showing up, Nirvana. It was definitely nice having one person to talk to. So I will see y'all maybe another time. Maybe after my next video I'll stream again. Next two videos. Who knows? Even as a 1x1 Lego piece. It's literally just like the one piece with the head on it. Then when he saw it, he's like, God damn, I'm ending the stream. And